she was like, I'm not a moons and stars bitch. And I'm like, that's me. And then it's just so wild to me how you like ask for something and you get it and then you just don't want to believe it. Like, I'm like, nah. And I woke up and I was like, damn it. It's like, it's not true. This chapter of mine just has to start, and it's starting. I'm slowly turning pages, not even slowly, they turning. I gotta keep up with the words, gotta keep up with the reading, so I'm excited. Yeah. Right, guys, welcome to another episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. I am Shaunda. Thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to say I recorded and I talked the whole time. I have a new mic and I was like, all right, cool, I gotta test this bad boy out. I made sure that it was plugged in, but it wasn't plugged in at all, so I'm here. But it was so wild because in the recording that I did, I talked about if I don't like something, I will stop it either in the middle of the episode where I'm probably 15 minutes in, start over, or I finish the whole thing, didn't like it, and start over. And it's just wild to me that the audio that happened. So I was like, maybe that was a sign. So that leads me, speaking of signs, it's very wild because I was talking about signs, right? So it's just very weird, and when signs happen and how they happen. I have to say, from a podcaster, Mandy B from Horrible Decisions, always says that we're not going to moons and stars this podcast. Or she was like, I'm not a moons and stars bitch. And I'm like, that's me. I was not brought up. I don't know a lot about astrology, but I have been seeing a couple people talk about it. I did some research, did a little research on it to understand it, But the religion that I was brought up in, we just don't believe in astrology. Now that I'm veering out on my own, finding new things, it's very interesting what I have learned. That's all I have to say about that. So, with signs, I've been apartment shopping, right? And with me apartment shopping, it's just, I found apartments that were, some were just bad. I have a checklist of what I want. It would be cool to have good lighting. Requirements is cool to have good lighting. I'm okay with it without it just a little bit, but lighting is a must. Hardwood floors for sure. Dishwasher is great. And a in-unit washer and dryer. All those. I need all those. So there's this place that was cool long time ago. I fell in love with it. I had a balcony, 1 bedroom, the space. I lost that one. It's not available anymore. And it's very wild because I said, I'm going to be in this place. This property has 3 buildings. And I was like, wow, it's wild that I said I'm going to be in this place. It's just not going to be in that building that I want. It's on building number 2. It's on the 2nd floor. It's 600 square feet. It's a really nice place. I do like the appliances. The look is nice. I do want what I want, and I want it, right? So seeing this spot, I just, had my sister Shaunda with me, and she said, if you want to go for it, you go for it. It's crazy because the price is, out of my budget, but I feel like I can do it. I want to push myself. I want to see what I can do, So it's so wild to me because when I say how much the apartment is, people are like, ooh, damn, that kind of look. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I want what I want. I can make it work. And as we all know, and everybody is doing right now, is figuring it out. So that's that. So it was just one night, and I was talking to my mom before I got into bed, and I was like, she said, I'll pray, you pray, and just see, I'll pray that you get it. I'm like, right. So speaking to him, I was like, and I always thought, like, as a kid, that prayer always had to be formal, not like getting on my knees or anything, but like, Lord, Jehovah God, I come to you in prayer, and I just always thought it had to be like a formal conversation. But then seeing people, it's like a therapy session, like, so I'm here, hey, how you doing? It's me. So I'm just speaking to him like that. So I was just like, I saw this apartment. It seems really good. It seems like I can go for this. Please give me an answer. Give me something that shows that this is the right time, that I need to do this. Show me that this is a good time for me to go for this. And it was wild because so earlier I texted my new friend, whatever, texted him and just asked him a question. He works, he's busy. And I didn't get an answer until I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, because I couldn't fall asleep. Like, I tried, my eyes were closed. I did fall asleep for a little bit, but then I had a dream that it's very cold in here. So I had a dream that I got the apartment, and my dream showed that the apartment was around $1,200. And I was like, oh, I got to get on this. I got to hurry up. And then I pictured myself going into the apartment and going straight to the thermostat and turning it up to like 79. I'm like, yeah. Then I woke up and I was like, damn it. It's like, it's not true. So then I go on my phone. I look at the apartment price. I'm like, yeah, no, it didn't go down at all. It didn't go down at all. So it was just wild. I set my phone back down and I was just like, oh, just let me know. Let me know this is the time to go for it. Yeah, let me know. And I was just like, all right, let me try to go back to sleep. Then I hear a little ping on my phone. And I was like, don't look. It's probably my sister, maybe. So then I open up my phone and it's him. And the response was no. So I'm like, no. I was like, no. That text, he was just texting back as the time that he woke up. It's not, that ain't, nah. Like, that's not. And then it's just so wild to me how you like ask for something and you get it and then you just don't want to believe it. Like, I'm like, that was just him texting like, no, that can't be my answer. Nah. Like, it's just wild. It's wild. So I don't know. From that, I was like, okay, let me just take my time. I went to go look at the apartment and just keep going back to the website and just looking at it and doing the virtual tour. And I'm like, I just gotta wait. I just gotta keep doing more research. Now, there are apartments out there that's cheaper, way cheaper than this price, but it doesn't have the stuff that I want. I really want all hardwood floors. I can do carpet in the bedroom, but everywhere else I would really like hardwood floors. It's whatever. So my sister sent me an IG something on IG, a video of a woman named Bellama Oracle. She's on IG. I already said that. And she is the Ratchet Empath on there. She does cards. So before, when I started this podcast and a couple episodes ago, I talk about when I did my own card reading, and it was just very weird that the card reading sort of kind of like just do that thing that has been on your mind that you've been talking about and you kept talking about it. Just do it. And now I'm here. Hey. So that was pretty cool. But this video that she sent me, and I forgot what date that she sent it. I think it was like the 1st of December. And the card that she pulls, she talked about, she says higher power, closer relationship with God. She said universe or ancestors. And I was like, wow, it's weird because I was just talking to my mom about me finding my connection back to God or something. A belief in him again, a little bit more stronger. I fell off, but I just spoke that to her, and then I was just like, well, maybe if it's not him, I would like to, do other research on beliefs, or just being a spiritual person, reaching back to my ancestors, something like that. So that was just very interesting. And then she said, like, a third eye has been awakened. I'm seeing things from a different perspective, tapping into my highest self. So I'm like, wow. No, I was just like, man, she just saying all this. It's like, no, maybe not. But when she said that, it made me think. I'm like, I've started this podcast. I am learning cybersecurity, and I'm seeing myself in different places that I never thought I would see myself at, and it was very weird because I also saw like a video of a guy that's on IG, and he was like, just think delusionally. You're going to start going for those crazy goals, and when you actually achieve them, it's just going to be wild. But think Delulu, in a good way, be in that Delulu land. So that's been pretty interesting. Then at the bottom of that card, she said, I see like a cleanup. It's getting rid of people or places or energy or thoughts that I don't need anymore. So it's been a very difficult time. I want to say last month was very difficult. My mindset was just not in the right place. Currently, I just feel that this is not my place anymore. Relationships that were very, very, that I put on a high pedestal has definitely come down. And it's just been really tough. But I've definitely learned and cried and hurt and be happy, be mad. But I see that I am slowly getting there, slowly cleaning that up. Then she pulls out another card, and well, she doesn't pull. Like, if you see the video, she's also like shuffling, and the first card, which was that one, just popped out, which is very interesting. And then she just goes shuffle, and then like this one like fell out. And she was like, okay, all right. But she was like, these are like many cards, because there was a bunch of them. But the one that she got was like the one that was like more there, if that made sense. This one was soulmate, making room / space with someone, or entering a relationship. So it was just very weird because like I am making space for this new friend that I have, and I'm very patient, and I like that about myself. He's very communicative, which has been really good, and I've never been as like strong of a communicator when it comes to that aspect. But now, again, that I'm doing research and on podcasts, I'm very happy that I get to like talk and put that into action, my words into action. So that's been really fun with him. Aside from him, my old friend, I reached out to her, and it was very weird because I would like her on my podcast. And when I reached out to her on IG, she was just like, I was just about to reach out to you and say that I miss you. And I was like, I miss you too. Like, it's just the way how our relationship, it's still something to talk about with her, because I have to like be with her to like really understand where we left off, how we fell off, everything. So that's why I'm like excited. Hopefully she's on the podcast soon. I'm very excited about that. But I'm very happy that we sort of kind of see the same thing. She's, to me, from what I got from her messages just a little bit, she's grown a lot. Like, not saying that she wasn't grown before, but we all grow in many different ways, and it's just very beautiful with some information that she shared with me. And I'm like, wow. So that relationship, I'm very happy to get with and understand and keep. And I was just saying, like, I feel like my podcast is going to help me do that. Like, it's huge. I'm very excited. And like the feeling that she brought up, Bellamy says like happy, and I'm always am, but I am more happy, feeling brand new in a deep knowing. and getting more creative, a rebirth, planting my seeds, being more optimistic about life. And she saw like you're gaining wings. And I was like, I really do see that in ways. I've never looked at things the way I looked at them before. I do feel like I am being born into a new person. This is going to be a new chapter, a new side of me. I am planting seeds because like into that, she mentioned, like she said, like words that were coming up. She was like security. And then she mentioned like government. She also had like some other things. She was like, maybe like an airport. Like she was just trying to find connections. But when she said government, I'm like, wow, wild. Because that's where I'm trying to be at, like job security, like just feeling secure. Stuff like that. I think she went back to a soulmate, and in that, from what I saw, it looked like a little penguin or something giving a key. I don't know. I didn't watch the full episode, but it was like a little snippet that my sister sent me, so that was really interesting. But then she was like, someone giving me like a key, and then she like mentioned an apartment or someone opening up to themselves, something like that as a key. Mostly, like I do see that right now in the relationship aspect of somebody opening themselves up to me and just being very communicative, which is great. But then like a key right now, what I feel is more strongly into the apartment. So that leads me to say, I looked at an apartment a while ago, like when it was hot. And this place, the woman asked, was like, so what's your budget? And I'm like, like 1,300. And she was just like, oh, okay, like just to let you know, our 1 bedroom, 1 bath starts off at 1,700. And I'm like, okay, I seen the apartment. I'm like, all right, cool. She was like, this is not a unit, but it's just not ready. This isn't the unit that you could go for at the time that you're looking. And I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. And I was like, fuck, damn, but I wasn't going to stop myself from like looking and maybe going for that, So it was just very interesting because I went back, I did my research on this place. Well, I'm just searching. And I was like, oh, let me check out that apartment that I looked at months ago, And then I brought it up, and then I see on this, it's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath for 1,300. And I'm like, this is it. This is like what I've been waiting for. I've been patient. I have to hop on this. This is what I've been like. This is what I've been waiting for. This is it. And I called my sister. I texted Shaunda. I called my sister Stacy. I called my mom, and I'm like getting excited because I was just like, this feels right. This feels like it's it. And I kept comparing it to like when I first bought my first car, which is my Jeep Compass. Shout out to Jeep. It took me a while. I did the research on it, doing all the math when I found it, and then almost losing it when it came to Maryland because it was in PA. And they got it transferred to here. And that's another story to tell. But I just felt so right. I'm like, I was patient. I did the research. It's in my budget. It makes sense. And this just feels good. I was like, this is to me, the answer that I've been waiting for. It's wild. It's wild to me. But I'm excited. I am very excited to go for this. And I brought a flash drive just so I can put everything on there so I can give it to them. So I'm like, this is all that you need. And just let me know when, because I can go on this now. But it makes me think about this future conversation that I need to have with my friends. Because I've been living in this house for 3 years, 3 or 4. And it's just a situation that happened again. That's another episode that I will definitely share with you guys sooner or later. But it's just time. Like I feel like it's just time. And I'm a little nervous, but it's just something like I'm just like this chapter of mine just has to start, and it's starting. I'm slowly turning pages, not even slowly, they turning. I got to keep up with the words, got to keep up with the reading, so I'm excited. Yeah. Yeah. But I'll move on to my random thought. And my random thought today was just talking about IDs. I was on the phone with Shaunda, and she was like, "Hold on, I'm flat on the, FaceTime, flat on the desk, just looking up." But I hear a lady in the back, and she wanted, we have to verify with IDs. She asked the lady for ID, and she's like, "Ooh, I don't have that." And then her husband's with her. He was just like, "Well, is there anything else you can use?" He's like, "Oh, no, we need a driver's license. If you have a picture of it on your phone, you can bring that up." Their system works a little bit different where she works. But he was like, "Yeah, if I have to go home, then, I'll do that. But yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, like, I don't know, the way her tone was, like, she was hoping that my sister made an exception." She was just like, "No, if you don't have it, like, I would definitely tell you, like, you probably might have to just go home and then come back with it." On my end, at my job, it's very interesting because without an ID, we can't get into your account. And I have so many people who try to push, like, well, I mean, I said it's me, like, you see a picture of it on the phone. We can't do pictures on the phone. I cannot get into your account with a picture on the phone. You could take that picture anywhere and say who you are, but, like, no, I don't care if it matches your face. I cannot get in with a photo ID. I need the actual copy, like, in my hand, the actual card in my hand to use. And people get very upset, like, "Just can't believe this." And I'm like, it was just like, I have to put it in the scenario for them. I'm like, so first of all, I can lose my job. Second of all, if you say who you are and I go with it and you're not really who you are, and I just start adding lines to your account, you're gonna be like, why did you let them in my account? Why would you do that? Like, y'all just let anybody come in here and say who they are. Like, I learned from my mistakes. It's happened before. It's not it. I actually had, a long time ago, a previous rep who was just getting people accounts without a driver's license. People who say that they're authorized users and then they're not really, or they're saying that they're the primary holder and then they're not really them, but they know the PIN code, and we do it, and they come back pissed. The actual person comes back pissed. So it's like, I'm not doing that. So if you don't have your ID, yes, you're going to have to go home. Why are you even driving without a driver's license? Why? I forget. Some people may leave it there, but it's like, anywhere you need an ID. I'm like, dang. And anytime somebody's like, "No, I don't," I'm like, "Damn, you driving dirty." And they like, I really wasn't planning on coming out. But I'm like, yeah, but when you leave the house and you know that you're driving, you have to have your ID on you. But it's just wild to me how people just try to make me feel bad for doing my job. But it's like, well, you can go to another store and try all that, but here it's ID. Thanks. They don't really care either. I'm like, you understand I can lose my job for this? If I just let you in? No. Under like different circumstances, if somebody passed away, then yeah, I have to get into the account without an ID. But like, an ID is necessary. That's all I have to say. Cause like, it's just very triggering when people like, why can't you just do it? Let's run through some scenarios. All right. Let's run through them. Let me know in the comments if working in retail or everywhere you work, you need some type of verification, and they don't want to give it to you, or it's just like, no, I don't have it. Can't you make an exception? Please let me know. Please let me know in the comments. Last thing I'm going to appreciate, because I just have to put myself out there. I really do appreciate myself. I am glad that I'm putting myself out there. I made this podcast, YouTube, just in thinking new and being in the Lululand in a good way for myself, and also because I share this day with my twin. Shout out to you, Shaunda. Our birthday is coming up and we will be 27. Wild. 27 is outrageous. Where has the time gone? Where has it flown to? It's away. Can't get it back. but it's cool to look back on things and like just think about life and think about like where I'm at right now. And I'm glad that I'm doing this. Like, who would have thought? Like, this is internet. It's going to be on there forever. I get to look back on this with my dog. Maybe kids in the future. It's not solid, but that'd be really cool to have like this whole thing and my kid be like, my mom was on that. That's her, you know, wild. And seeing where this takes me. But I'm really, really happy. I'm happy. So I appreciate myself. I appreciate my twin because we share. She kicked me out the womb. I kicked her out the womb. They grabbed her first, but that's another story to tell too. But I can say I really do thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. Please remember to rate, like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. I am very happy, and I think you guys always know that. So thank you. I will see you in the next one. Bye.